Salutations everyone, and welcome to What Mattered, the show where I tell you what mattered in the news this week. So many upsets recently. Zero loses to Nairo, Ronda Rousey loses to Holly Holm. What's next? My prediction? In The Force Awakens, the Sith finally win one. Huge upset, those underdogs. Ooh, that Kylo Ren, he's getting ready to kill people. Put your money on him now, because it's upset season. Another week, another huge release this week, Star Wars Battlefront. And it's a pretty fun game. A lot of you played the beta, including myself. And now we have the full retail release of the game, and it's so much fun. It's the beta, but more. It's even more than I expected. Way more weapons than I was anticipating. I got myself the deluxe edition, so I get the Battle of Jakku DLC earlier, which is free for everybody, which is the battle that, gives us the storyline of, what happened after Return of the Jedi, but before Force Awakens. And if you're wondering, with the deluxe edition, it comes with the Han Solo's blaster, an ion grenade, ion torpedo, ion shock emote, and the victory emote. So only $10 more. And the game's just really fun. Being the heroes was a lot more fun than I thought. It was fun being the hero classes in Battlefronts 1 and 2. But here, I don't know, it's just more rewarding, more satisfying. To chop a bunch of people down with lightsabers, go with Boba by the foot, and flamethrower some motherfuckers, then jetpack away and shoot some others. Force lightning bitches with Palpatine. It's just a fun time. The X-Wing, so nice. All of the blasters have their own fun. The maps are so different and so diverse. I think more so than any other FPS or 3PS out there. The maps are just so different. The game modes handle so differently, and it has a lot to offer and gives us a true Battlefront experience that we were all hoping for. The new Xbox One UI is out, which gives us backwards compatibility to a bunch of games, and if you have the Gears of War Ultimate Collection, you got Gears 1, 2, 3, and Judgment for free. You don't even need to have them on the 360. So backwards compatibility. Sony said, yeah, we're not doing that. Well, guess what? They might be doing that. With the release of the Star Wars Battlefront PS4 bundle came Super Star Wars, and Star Wars Racer, and Star Wars Bounty Hunter, and Starfighter, some of those earlier games. And those weren't just ports, those were actually PS2 emulated games. So Sony came out and said it. We're working on PS2 emulation to bring forth to the current generation of games, which is kind of crazy. They wouldn't say anything further than that. How long this program has been in the works, how long they expect it to take, how they're going to roll out this thing. Are you going to have to put your PS2 DVDs in your PS4? Is it going to be a different downloadable thing? Are they just going to be available on the store? We have no idea. This is just, these games were emulated, so something's going on with Sony, and they have admitted it, that they're working on PS2 emulation in some capacity. Only, they know exactly where this is going to lead, if it's just going to be PS2 backwards compatibility through emulation, or if PS3 is going to be, coming down the pipeline as well. But a lot of people have been really wanting backwards compatibility since launch, which didn't make sense to me. But a lot of people say they want it. Whether they actually want it, we will have to look at the numbers and see. But, if you can play more games on your PS4, the better, I think. And if emulation is the way to do that for just PS2 games, that's good enough. This week, the Falco Amiibo finally came out, which is really weird since this is, all by himself, and a year after launch. In fact, even after their first DLC character came out, which is odd. But after getting Fox on launch day, he finally has his wingman today. And with that, we have further Amiibo news. Now, no release dates have been set yet, but we know some exclusives and some upcoming Amiibos I think we can assume will be coming out in 2016. And that includes some more Animal Crossing Amiibos, including Tim and Tommy Nook, which will be a Target exclusive. Roy, we finally get to see his amiibo, and that will be a GameStop exclusive. Unfortunately, the GameStop exclusives are kind of the hardest ones to get. Also, we know that the Ryu amiibo will be coming out sometime around then. No word on exclusivity as of yet, but hopefully not. Doesn't look like it since we already know that the Nooks and Roy are exclusives, and this kind of promotion went out at the same time. And also, the Famicom edition of Rob will also be coming out. So you don't have to, buy it from Japan to get the other different looking Rob. He's coming to the States. No word on if he'll be exclusive or not, or what the availability of him might be, because it's going to be obviously outside of the Retro 3-pack that we saw earlier with Rob and Duck Hunt and Game & Watch, but more amiibo goodness. Thankfully, pretty much like all the pre-orders are done for the amiibos that come out the rest of this year, so next year the hunt is on once again. In pony news, we have an official release date for the My Little Pony movie. It will be coming out November 3rd, 2017. Hard pill to swallow, I know. We've been waiting a long time for an actual My Little Pony movie outside of these Equestria Girl things, which, to be fair, were better than I think any of us expected, but still not fantastic, not as good as most episodes of the show. But yeah, 2017, so I think we can expect a worldwide release, and, no more humans. We're talking, ponies up in this bitch. And the music is being worked on right now, so hopefully it'll all be ready by 2017, because that's quite a long wait, and I don't think anyone wants to wait any longer than that. And speaking of waiting a long time, Digimon Adventure Tri is finally available for you Crunchyroll Premium subscribers. The first 4 episodes are now out for you guys to watch, with the rest of the episodes to have their announced dates very soon. So you get to check out what Tai and the rest of the Digidestined have been up to the past 6 years, as well as Agumon and hopefully a shiny Wargreymon, because he's just fucking awesome. Another fantastic show that came out yesterday is Jessica Jones, the second in the now many-fold Netflix Marvel series, and dudes, good. Dude. It's just really good. You should see it. Y'all got Netflix? Y'all saw Daredevil? Yeah, you need to see this, cause dude. And in DC TV news, we finally have a release date for Legends of Tomorrow, the spin-off amalgamation of The Flash and the Arrow, which has had a lot of build-up. Really nice proper setup to what we know is already going to happen in Legends of Tomorrow, who's going to be there and why. And January 21st is when Legends of Tomorrow starts. We knew they had to have some time to build up, what was going to be happening here and introduce, characters and plot lines that we know are definitely happening with Flash and Arrow respectively. So yeah, January 21st is when we finally get a taste of all of these heroes and villains coming together to save another universe. And let's hope it's just as good as Flash and Arrow, because 3 awesome TV shows on one shared universe on one network, that's the standard. They said it, and it could just get even better. Anywho, the Blowfish, that is what mattered this week. If you would like to know what matters in the future, you can hit the subscribe button. One of these comes out every single Saturday to tell you what mattered that week in the news. I'm your host, this guy. I hope you all enjoyed. Leave your comments on all the stories that I mentioned down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys next time.